Hey there, shark fans. I'm Matt the Shark Guy, and you're watching Learn About Sharks. Today we're learning about conservation. You may be asking yourself, what is conservation? Well, conservation means to protect from harm or destruction. And it is my goal to protect sharks from harm and destruction. You see, when I was your age, or maybe even a little bit younger, I fell in love with sharks. I read every book I could on sharks. I watched every movie, every TV show that I could about sharks because I love sharks. And in fact, I am still the biggest shark nerd you've ever met. And I found out that I can help save sharks. So I started with just a love for sharks. Then I started to go scuba diving with sharks. And I realized I could take pictures of sharks. So I started taking pictures, started taking videos of sharks. And then I started going to schools and started teaching students about sharks. And then I even wrote a book about sharks because I realized I can make a difference and I can help save the sharks. And you know what's really, really cool? You can too. And that is going to be our main focus for today on how you can help save the sharks. Now you may be asking yourself, now Matt, how can I, as a kid, save the sharks? Well, you actually can. And we're going to go through 4 ways that you can get involved and you can help save the sharks. And we'll start off at the top. Number 1 of the most important ways to save the sharks is keep learning about sharks. Never stop learning about sharks. You can use that education and that knowledge to teach others about sharks. And when we teach others about sharks, we get to help spread knowledge and education about sharks. And the biggest thing we get to do is we get to change misconceptions. And misconceptions are bad or incorrect thoughts that people have about sharks. You see, lots of people think sharks are scary, mean, and they want to attack swimmers in the ocean all the time, and none of that is true. That is not true at all. And the more you learn about sharks, the more you can help change those misconceptions, and you can teach others about sharks. And when they teach others about sharks, all we're doing is spreading knowledge, and that is the easiest way to get started now on saving the sharks. Number 2, eat sustainable seafood. What is sustainable seafood? Sustainable seafood is seafood that is caught or raised in a way that protects the ocean and fish populations for future generations. You see, some people ask me, Matt, my dad goes fishing. Is he a bad person? No, not at all. There are different types of fishing. There are sustainable types of fishing that are focused on keeping our fish populations and protecting the oceans. And then there are types of fishing that are overdone and in fact illegal in some locations. And with these overfishing and illegal fishing operations, we are killing lots of sharks every year. In fact, it is estimated we could be killing up to 100 million sharks every year. Let's say that again. 100 million sharks every year are being fished out of the oceans. And that's not sustainable. And meaning sustaining means to stay. And if it's not sustaining, that means it's decreasing. And one day, there won't be any sharks if this keeps up. So it's important that we eat sustainable seafood. It's important that we go and eat at restaurants that use sustainable seafood and sustainable fishing practices. In the grocery store, you can walk in and you can go up to the meat market part and you can ask the butcher there and say, hey, is this sustainable seafood? And if it's not, you know, hey, I'm not gonna buy the fish from here because they're not focused on sharks. Number 3, use shark-free products. What that means is buying products that are not made out of sharks. Now here's your homework for today. I want you to go through your household items, specifically your makeup, or if you don't wear makeup, maybe your mom or other family members might use makeup, but go through their makeup and I want you to look for a specific ingredient called squalene. You'll see them written up here on the screen for you so you can know how to look it up. But that is specifically created from the liver out of sharks. And it is put into a lot of different makeups that people use. So you're gonna go through all your makeup or your parents' makeup or your friends' makeup, and I want you to go through and I want you to look to see if there's any squalene in any of those products. So that's your homework for today. Number 4, and this is the big one. Your voice matters. And I'm dead serious. You might be thinking, Matt, I'm a kid. I can't do anything. You absolutely can do something. I want you to get involved. Don't just tell yourself, oh, I want to save the sharks. I want you to do something about saving the sharks. So I'm partnered with a shark-tastic nonprofit group called Shark Allies. And this group is one of the best in the country at working to help save the sharks. They are the allies, the friends of sharks. And you can be a part of Shark Allies too. But I want to tell you just a little bit about some of their priority campaigns they're working on right now. One of them is Stop the Fin Trade. The other is Sharks Alive. And another one that we just talked about is shark-free products. These are just a few of the campaigns they're working on right now to help save the sharks in our oceans. And you can be a part of it. Check out their website with your parents' permission. Put it up on the screen here for you. But they've got really, really cool info on how you can get involved. Some other cool ideas that you can come up with. You can actually write letters to lawmakers. That can be at your local, state, national, country level lawmakers, telling them how we need to save the sharks. We need to stop finning. We need to ban the fin trade. We need to create laws that save these sharks. You can write these letters and you can actually make a difference. In fact, lawmakers will listen to kids way more than they will listen to adults. So if you go to the Shark Allies website, they actually have a letter that you can go by to write your own, or you can use their letter to help send letters out to get some laws made and to help save the sharks. Okay, so we hit on some really cool topics on how you can save the sharks. Let's go back through them one more time. Number 1, keep learning about sharks. Number 2, eat sustainable seafood. Number 3, use shark-free products. And number 4, remember that your voice matters and you can help save the sharks. Well, that's all we got for today. I appreciate you tuning in. Remember to get your parents' permission before checking out sharkallies.com. Remember, that's the really cool nonprofit we talked about today. You can find me on Instagram at SharkBitesMatt, and shoot me an email if you have any questions or just want to talk about sharks. Matt at learnaboutsharks.com. Thank you so much, and remember, save the sharks.